What is going on, everyone? My name is Dan. I'm about to be reacting to some more Ice Nine Kills, the American Nightmare extended cut. So the highest liked suggestion was for American Nightmare, and they specified to check out the extended cut for better story. Um, let's see what it is. The last one, pretty cool. You guys corrected me on a few things, especially with the thing about Jacoby Shaddix being in it. I could not tell the difference between who was singing for some reason. Maybe I'll have to, maybe because it was a first listen, I'll have to re-listen. Maybe it'll really stand out. But I thought it was going to be more obvious to me. But you said the whole last verse, Jacoby Shaddix was like the main singer in it, and I didn't notice, and I was trying to listen for it, but. Anyways, on to this one. So we're doing the extended cut here of The American Nightmare, and supposedly you guys said these are based off of horror movies, horror films. I've seen horror films, but not an insane amount of them, so I might not be able to appreciate them the same as you guys do, but I'm gonna see it. Maybe I'll have to go. You're gonna have to let me know what the film is that they are representing, and maybe I'm gonna have to go and actually watch these films after I do these reactions, and then maybe rewatch them and kind of tie them together a little bit better. But this is a first reaction here. I've never heard the song, don't know what I'm getting into, so let's go. Ice Nine Kills. Crazy name too. Ice Nine Kills. The Silver Scream. The American Nightmare.
No, really, Colin. It's I'm happy for you. It's a major accomplishment. That couldn't happen to a better group.
Well, I just thought I'd call to check in, There was some competitiveness between us back at school, and I wanted to make sure that me getting published before you, there were no hard feelings.
Certainly not. I mean, a rising tide raises all boats and whatnot. Look, you've been focusing on research, and I've been focusing on helping patients. Not a grumble in sight, mate. Look, I have another patient coming in, Mo, so I'll have to let you go, ta-ta. I'll see you at the next reunion. Smarmy git. Karen!
Dr.
Karen, did Spencer Charnock...
It's really cool the production value they put into these videos, because this is like, if I had no other knowledge that I was about to watch a music video, I would think that this is an actual movie.
Has his patient transfer files come in yet?
No, not yet.
Did you call?
No, I've emailed the office.
Email? Karen, you have a beautiful mouth. Pick up a telephone and let's see if we can make it do something useful, shall we? I mean, apparently this Charnas fellow is a burgeoning rock star. First impressions,
Dr. Black, Mr. Charnas is here.
Well, don't keep him waiting. What do I pay you for? Ah, Spencer. May I call you Spencer?
Sure, everyone calls me Spencer.
Excellent. Take a seat. We can get up to speed on your treatment thus far. Dr. Michelson's office has failed to forward your session notes in time for today, I'm afraid.
I don't think they're ever really going to, Doctor.
What makes you say that?
Well, I had been with Dr. Michelson for almost 2 years, and out of the blue, without any warning, he drops me. No phone call, an email, no less. And I guess I just feel a bit betrayed by the whole thing.
Absolutely. I was just making that very point with the... fresh start, new blood. Yeah. Well, what was it that was going on in your life that made you seek out therapy in the first place?
I had been having these really disturbing dreams, and most nights I can't fall asleep. And when I do, these nightmares wake me up.
Sorry, just a thought here. Like, what made them want to go down this road of, I guess, kind of recreating these films in their music? Is there like a backstory behind it? Do they just really like them? Or is there, I don't know, something that really like sets them off or like inspires music behind it or something. I don't know. I'd be curious to see why they kind of went down the road they did of artistically of why they do what they do. It's very different and interesting. So I'm curious what spawned that.
Really disturbing dreams. And most nights I can't fall asleep. And when I do, these nightmares wake me up.
Well, it's good that you've taken the first step and come in. I mean, you shouldn't feel silly about feeling the way you feel, though. I mean, these feelings are a part of you.
Feel like I need popcorn.
I mean,
Don't have popcorn, but I do have some
never be
peanuts.
embarrassed about being yourself. Well, let's start with your dreams then. I assume you had one last night. So why don't you describe it for me?
There's this girl.
Do you know this girl?
No. She actually looks very similar to your receptionist. She's young, she's in high school, and I'm afraid for her.
Why, Spencer? What does she have to be afraid of?
It sounds crazy, but there's this entity, almost, I guess I would call it a dream demon, and it haunts her nightmares.
So the girl in your nightmares has nightmares.
This entity can hurt her in her dreams, but in real life too. It's as if
He kind of has a creepy demeanor to him himself, and he fits really well into like scary movies. Like I feel like he would be like a good bad guy in a movie if he were to star in like a real movie.
can hurt her in her dreams, but in real life too. It's as if her dreams are spilling over to reality. And kids are dying in her town, and they think it's suicide, but it's not.
Here comes the music.
Dream demon that's killing me.
Rest your head, here's a lullaby, a melody for heavy eyes. Early to bed, early to
I'm gonna go back to this part, but like that, I love the sound of that guitar. It's like kind of eerie, like that high pitch, like it gives you a weird feeling behind it, but it sounds so good. I'm a big fan of that so far. That's one thing that really stuck out to me. Oh, I think I just picked it up. Is this one about Freddy Krueger? That's kind of the similar concept where he can like, he's in your dreams, but like he can hurt you in real life through your dreams and stuff. And it kind of looked like Freddy Krueger in that mirror reflection, like he's got like the hat or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know if I'm right. I'm also going to keep watching. I might figure out more. Oh yeah, that's Freddy Krueger. This dude's got some crazy to him. No wonder. I mean, I don't know if he's putting on a show for this music video, but the dude's got, I'd be terrified to be around him. He's got them crazy eyes. Also, Freddy Krueger, I know those old scary movies. I'm not the slasher films, I do know a bunch of those, like Freddy and Jason and Michael Myers, like I know those movies. Like some of the more complex ones with more psychological horror films, I'm not as familiar with. I should check them out though. One of my favorite films, slasher films, was Freddy vs. Jason. I used to watch that a lot as a kid. I don't know if it's actually good, but I just found it cool, like back in the day, that like these two like horror guys were like fighting each other. That was just such a cool concept to me as a kid. Oh, that was creepy. I really that was really cool how they used that like the Freddy Krueger counting thing, and also like on the last part of it they put they restarted the song and absolutely killed it with like that part in that rhyme, like it rhymed into the song. That's a cool touch.
Well, then what? What happened?
I don't know. I just wake up.
I don't know if that was the end of the song and we're going into more of like that extended cut to finish out the story here. But I'll talk about the song a little bit. I really like the combination of the like highs and lows. Like there's the whole song is super intense, but I like how it's not just screaming all the way through. Like they do structure it up like it is kind of like a movie where they have like the softer points, and like the one point where he was whispering made it kind of eerie, and then they dropped the sound, and they kind of did that a few times in different creative ways. I really like that. It keeps the song interesting, keeps it going. And I think it's cool too that two of them, at least there's the lead singer, and then there's that other guy that also sings, or at least screams. I like that there's a diverse sound of the vocals as well, so that's really cool to see the versatility they have with the band. Like you never know what's really going to come next with these guys, and I think that's what's really interesting and kind of keeps you on your toes through the song, because already when I was listening to it, I'm like, what can they possibly do next? I feel like there's going to be something else here to surprise me. As I've been doing reactions, there's a few bands that do that, and I literally get excited to do reactions to their songs because I don't have to like come up with some random stuff to talk about in the middle of the video because there's constantly actually different things going on throughout the song. But let's finish this out and see where this goes. Maybe there is more song that they're waiting later to put out, but I feel like that was a song and then they're going to go into more story to close it out.
Yes, well, I mean, I can see why this would all be very troubling. And so unfortunately, when it comes to matters of the mind, there are no shortcuts, no silver bullets. Unfortunately, I mean, we're going to get to the bottom of these dreams and what's causing them. It could take weeks of rigorous therapy.
I figured that, Doctor.
Maybe even months.
I'm willing to put in the work.
Excellent, excellent.
I like how he's like super casual right here with this. Like he's just sitting there playing with a Rubik's Cube and he's like, yeah, whatever you need. Yeah. It's like he doesn't care like whatever is going on. So I find that interesting.
Absolutely.
Years?
What? Oh, no. I was thinking of something else. I think in the meantime, some kind of sleeping aid.
So years got his attention.
Unfortunately, my colleague across the hall is a psychiatrist, and she might be able to just whip you off a quick script for something, you know? Help you get through the night, so to speak. I'll just pop over the hall and ask her, and be back in a mo, okay?
Sounds good.
Ian, I've got another patient 15.
Not to worry, it won't take a moment. I was just wondering, are you aware of any studies that were conducted on serial killers as they were undertaking their killings?
What?
Well, I was just thinking that all of the Mental Health Society's studies on serial killers took place after the killings were already concluded, you know, when they were already behind bars.
Well, of course, no one could ethically study a murderer knowing full well.
So I noticed that this guy has more of like a British accent. Is there a reason for that? Is like, I don't know if this part of it is based off of anything. I don't know if there's, or is it just a coincidence that he's British. But I was just curious. I want to make sure I kind of get all the plot points. I don't know if that is anything in particular or I'm just nitpicking something stupid. But, you know, I ask these questions. Maybe there's something more to it. I don't know. Let's keep going.
I mean, what made you think of that?
Nothing. I was just, reading a colleague's article and thinking of how useful it would be if we could study the killer while he was undertaking his murders and study how the psyche was altered by each individual killing.
Useful, maybe, but impossible to conduct from any sort of ethical position, though.
Yeah. Pity that, though.
That concept is super creepy of what he was talking about, like just watching, like monitoring a serial killer while they're doing the killings. That is very unethical and I would say very disturbing to be able to sit around and know that's happening and monitoring someone while they're doing it. He seemed real into it too.
Dreams like that, no wonder why you can't get any sleep.
Is that a picture of an elephant over there? Who is that riding that?
That's me, actually.
That's you. May I see it? Where was that taken, Doctor?
In Africa.
After I completed my residency, some friends and I did Doctors Without Borders, and it was probably the greatest experience of my life.
Is that where you got that figure too?
Oh, no, that's a fertility icon from Home Restoration.
Tell me, when was the last time someone told you what a fascinating woman you are, Doctor?
This is 5 milligrams of diazepam, but it's not a permanent solution.
Trust me, your signature will give me more relief than you know, Doctor. Thank you.
He's like playing like little mind games with her, and like obviously like stole parts of like the script book there. Is it subscription? I don't know, for some reason I just blanked on that word, but you know what I mean.
The town of Blairstown, New Jersey has been rocked yet again by a mysterious teen suicide. This marks the 9th overdose of the sleep suppressant drug.
Hypnosil in just 4 months. More the story at 11. This is Laura Lambesis reporting live for WIX News.
It's from 2018. That's not it's not that old. All right, that was Ice Nine Kills, American Nightmare. Great song, interesting story. I guess I gotta keep going through these videos, keep going through these songs so I can follow along with this story. So far, pretty weird. I'm guessing that like it's gonna follow along with him as a story, and then the songs will probably incorporate like the visuals and like kind of like storyline of, I guess, different horror films, but like he's kind of based in his own horror film possibly, or is it all going to be based around like the Freddy Krueger in that story? I feel like it won't be like that. I feel like they're gonna keep going through different horror films, but maybe have a consistent story of him seeming like a serial killer or is a serial killer or whatever it may be. But this is like feels like a setup to when you really get to like the meat of everything coming late in like these other videos. So now I'm really excited to check those out. So yeah, I'm gonna comment below the order I should check these out in. Someone else commented it before, but I would like to have it in the newer video as well. If you guys can help me out with that so I can refer back to it. And yeah, let me know what you thought of this. Let me know some more of the details. If I'm missing anything, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff I'm missing, but you know, I try my best on a completely first watch to really pick out as much as I can and also appreciate the music. That's the thing with like some of like videos like this where there's a lot of story and like a lot of visuals and or a lot going on with the music as well. There's so much that like I have to try and process all at once. I miss a lot of things. Like while I'm trying to like pay attention to the story, I might miss what kind of the song is really sounding like, or if I'm listening to the instruments and the sound of the song, I kind of start losing out on the story or what they're saying. So, you know, I'm going to have to listen to it a couple more times as well to make sure I get this, but I want to hear what you guys have to say because you guys have so much information. It is absolutely ridiculous, and I love reading it all and being able to like get information from you. But yeah, so leave those suggestions down below. Give me the order. Let me know what you guys think. If you like this video, hit the like button. Make sure you go check out the other Ice Nine Kills reaction I did. It was my first reaction to Ice Nine Kills ever. So that was a lot of fun. And yeah, if you like what I'm doing, you want to follow along with the Ice Nine Kills journey that I'm going on here, make sure you subscribe. And yeah, from there, I will catch you around on the next video.